Hello, guys. Welcome to this very professional panel for beastcoast versus Lava. We're starting game number 2 very shortly. We're going to see if Lava can bring their A game in game number 2 and force a game 3. Honestly, with how beastcoast was looking game 1, it's looking unlikely. But also, with how beastcoast was looking last week and how they usually are inconsistent, hey, who knows, right? I mean, wasn't there one season where they only lost to the worst team in the league and who got relegated, and then they won against everyone else? That's just beastcoast for you. Who knows? Expectations for this game. Winter, you finally get to speak. We get to hear your beautiful voice. What would you like Lava to do differently? What were the things that stood out to you from them that you would like to see them change? Yeah, Winter, we can't hear you. Astini, I guess I get to ask you again. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna ask you a different question. Ask you a different question because Winter is not available. Let me ask you, for Lava, name some of the strengths that you saw in the last game that you'd like to empower, that you'd like to concentrate on if you're Lava.
Can I say things that I would like to change, actually?
Okay, I mean, if you have a lot of them, go ahead. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, go Astini. That's two-man panel.
I like to see Moose playing on heroes that he can rotate and make a difference in the map, like Earth Spirit, Dusk. He's so great with those heroes.
That's true.
Maybe Frank with a more active hero, not cooldown reliant. So like maybe he played a lot of Nature's Prophet in the past. I know it's not on meta at all, but they can play way more aggressive in the map when they give Frank such an active hero together with Moose being able to rotate. Maybe you would like to see Leo style on Puck, also a hero that you can play very early with rotations. Kotaro with a troll.
Did you find the Quap to be underwhelming? Because she's a hero that can rotate somewhat. I mean, maybe not as much as the Puck, but she is a rotational hero.
I think it's good. It's a good hero, and he played quite well. But the thing is, it felt like that dive on the bot lane where Faceless Void died while TPing. It made such a huge difference. So even though he had more net worth than Grizzluck, just with that TP, he had more impact on the silence. That was my feeling, at least.
I would agree with that. You know, one of my concerns when I always used to see the old Thunder, not Lava, right, was that I always thought that it was kind of dependent on Leo. Like, Leo would either carry the game or not, but it was rarely Minos that would make the difference there, or Kotaro now, right? I don't know if you would agree with that assessment. I felt like if they give Leo like a Puck or TA or a good lane in general, right, and he would actually be able to solo carry the game and create the space, you know, be a win condition, and then Kotaro would come online. But without him, the team seems to fall apart. I always considered him the pillar of the team.
I agree with you. There were some games that it felt like Kotaro entered the game when it was already won. Not saying that Kotaro didn't make an impact, because he had some brilliant matches, but sometimes Leo style, he just creates that space in the map and just snowballs getting kills that it feels like it's won by himself, or at least it felt in the past. And that's the Leo we want to see back to play.
Yeah, same. I would love to see Leo style in that format again. I feel like he hasn't been in that level. Maybe the idea is also to get supports that enable him a bit harder, because we didn't really see that last match. They were kind of more laning. I mean, beastcoast already started with Earth Spirit, though, which is, by the way, the weirdest first pick we would see ever. Because these days, Earth Spirit is no way near this valuable, but Schofield's favorite hero.
Yeah, and it was a hero that I would like to see on Lava, because maybe a Tusk here. Oh, they go for the Weaver again. I feel like that's one thing, like, Moose, he can really empower Leo style with his pick. So if he has any position 4 that rotates, I know Weaver with a high move speed, not a high move speed, but with Shukuchi, you can be anywhere in the map. But it's not a hero that actually ganks, it's just like a lane dominator. And I feel they look better when he has a rotating hero that can work together with Leo.
Beast Coast's turn to pick.
I believe Winter was
back. I think so. Nope. We false start. Ignore him. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey. Hey, Winter. How's it going? Do you want to join the panel? Oh, never mind. We lied. We didn't hear anything. We wanted to hear him. Same draft, Astini. Weaver Beastmaster again. Confidence or hubris? Okay, you don't
Yeah.
like, right? Hubris indeed. All right.
Beast Coast
Why don't you like
They're-
Astini?
They're doubling down on something that didn't work.
Uh-huh.
I didn't feel that much impact on the Brewmaster, neither on the Weaver. And of course, Beast Coast would have an answer pick here again, and they go with a Silencer. That's how good Silencer is against Brewmaster. So it's kind of weird that they went for the Brewmaster on the first game, and somehow weird that they went again. Beast Coast bans the Puck, which is the hero that I'd like to see
Leon.
Lava using. Yeah, that's the thing. It feels like Beast Coast has the same read that I do of Lava. Okay, they're super strong with Puck, with that Earth Spirit, so we steal the Earth Spirit, we ban the Puck. But Lava feels like they lost confidence on what they are actually strong at.
10 seconds.
I agree. And I think that this has been their trend as well for a... I think this has been their trend for a while. Are you now? Are you ready?
Dire team ban.
Okay,
hear me?
now the stream hears you as well. Do they?
I think so. Ish.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
should be
Thank you.
good.
Right. Hello, Winter. Hello. No, Winter. I'm having a conversation with Astini though, so give me a second. Astini, did you think that? Don't you think it's been a downward trend for Lava, like, and again, Thunder Predator as well, for like a long time? This loss of confidence and almost a loss of identity in themselves. Like, I don't think this is just a DPC thing. I saw this in TI. I saw this in the in the months leading to it, in the last DPC. It just seems like this team is kind of lost themselves as a team.
Yeah, you have that sometimes going for things that you lose with your best strat, so you lose confidence on it, and then you think everything was wrong, and it maybe was just a small detail that you had to change. And they faced really strong competition, right? They were at Major, they were at TI, so I don't think they should have lost that confidence. They were so strong playing their own playing style, and I feel like they felt they needed to adapt, but they never actually adapted, and they lost their identity.
Dire team ban.
All right, now Winter. Hello. I'm gonna ask
Hello.
you, if you're in a team that's lost a bit of confidence in your play style, that you might not have the same defined strategy. Is this the right way to regain it? Do you just go for the same style again? What's your goal? How do you regain this confidence? What's the drafting strategy like?
So if the issue is confidence, then probably playing more of the same thing will help you make better decisions. If you keep changing and drafting like 100 different heroes and you have the same issue, I don't think it's gonna change anything. It's just gonna
Right.
make it harder for the players if you keep playing different things.
So you kind of like what they're doing right now, which is keeping to their strategy, changing a few of the things that they thought were wrong, right?
Yeah, I don't think they need to change too much. Maybe slight adjustments overall.
Okay.
But I feel like
Beast
those
Coast
stuff that
turn to
that went wrong in the previous game for them can be fixed easily. They just need to make better decisions. The previous game, I felt like the Chronosphere was the first Chronosphere of the game was at minute 17, and they won a team fight. If you remember the fight, it was in the middle lane, and they used Chrono on the gyro. They killed a couple of heroes. They chased to the tier 2. Even though they did badly in the lanes, and Chris Luck was kind of owning them with the Invoker, rotating top, rotating bottom. But they just need to get their spells together with the Chrono and the Brewmaster ultimate, and they're gonna win fights.
Okay. This time they changed the quap for the Void Spirit. Do you like this more, Astini? Is this more the rotational hero you're asking for?
I like Void Spirit more here, especially for the reach on the backline to kill Silencer. But seriously, I see Void Spirit, I think on Bloodseeker. I see Weaver, I also think on Bloodseeker. So it seems like such a great Bloodseeker game here.
Yeah, I agree. Very, very good counter picking here. They're gonna have a lot of issues for sure, and Void Spirit is also very annoyed by Silencer. Definitely. I mean, you're gonna get a use anyway, but it's gonna be annoying at the start.
And they even keep a bit of a flex of the Bloodseeker, right? Because right now it could be like carry or offlane, because Hector also plays it, so you really don't know concerning Silencer and Spirit. It should be supports. I mean, who knows with Beast Coast, but
Every time
see.
with Beast Coast, they have so many like. I'm hearing a lot in the in the discussion that this player plays. They have this hero. They have 2 or 3 people playing this hero. We don't know where they're gonna put this hero, and their drafts are like so far I think pretty unique. And even though I don't really like them, even for the previous series, yeah, but they make it work. You know, they have their own way of playing the game. I like how they are farming across the map, and how they are taking team fights using the wards and everything.
I like
Just
it.
like amazing team together.
Okay, look at that. High praise from a TI player himself. Yeah, Beast Coast, one of the reasons, if you guys are genuinely questioning why they developed this style, is because they, honestly, for the first year and a half or even 2 years they were together, they didn't scrim. So they all play pubs. So they don't ever decide. Like, you're like, why do they all play the same hero? Isn't that inefficient? Is it because they're trying to flex it? Is that like a next level strategy? No, they just all play pubs and they play the hero they like the most. And that's why they learn. And you go, so why does Schofield have such an ample hero pool? Why will he be giving some trash sometimes, like Ursa 4? Because Schofield plays carry in pubs and he doesn't practice his 4 in pubs. Why? Beast Coast. Or a sociopath.
He's an amazing carry, by the way.
He is, right? Like, that's what's
His
crazy.
Morphling might be the best in South America. Like,
That's crazy. In case you guys don't know, Schofield actually came into the scene as a carry, to be honest. He played carry, then mid, then offlane. Then he went to 4, and that's how he's known in Beast Coast. But he used to be playing. He was like the 18-year-old. He was alone, like when he was gaming. Not alone as in the adjective, but the player. He was known as
those players make the best captains, to be honest. When a player gets moved around in terms of playing all the roles, he usually has the best understanding in the team about what they need to do from each position, and those
Not
usually,
Schofield, though.
yeah, those usually make pretty good captains, in my opinion.
Not Schofield, because Schofield's a mute. But yeah, besides that, yeah, he would be a good captain.
Avo, would you allow me to ask one question to Winter?
Yeah, go, please.
Sure,
Isn't
ask me anything.
Isn't Phoenix terrible against Bloodseeker?
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
same
I mean,
thing.
yeah. I was thinking of the
Okay.
same thing. They're triple silence.
10 seconds remaining.
Like, what's going on?
And how do you
Yeah.
protect the egg as well, right? Like, what's the Phoenix comboed with? It's just Phoenix, right?
It's like everything. You're always low life, and Bloodseeker loves that. Bloodseeker has high attack speed. He has that silence that can reach the back line.
You know, Astini, could this be like a scrim thing where they always pick these heroes that are always bad against silencers, so Beast Coast just decide to go
10
silencer?
seconds remaining.
Oh, you know what? Actually, this is not crazy.
5
Is
seconds
that
be.
possible?
remaining.
I mean, a lot of things are possible with the Beast Coast draft, yeah?
And also, yeah, Phoenix is also bad against the silence.
It's pretty much
it's
bad
just
against
weird.
everything they have. It's bad against
Yeah.
everything.
I get like the confidence point that you
Eh,
should
look
play
at
your
the ban.
strengths, but
They banned the Void and the Medusa, so the egg is definitely dying.
Yeah, what do you pick here as a carry that can defect the egg? Is there
you
anything?
can't protect the egg at all. Like
No.
Real Master has not AoE control, and like Magnus card can protect the egg. If
I mean,
have
at this point, why are you drafting around your 5, though? This is the other
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I agree. Very weird.
All right.
do they pick now position 3 here for base calls?
Yeah, or 1 could be either. I know Hector loves that Bloodseeker, but I know Whisper plays it too, so we'll see. I think a 3 is better, personally. What would you guys pick if it was a 3?
I mean, you could go 3 Bloodseeker, Conquer, carry, and then pick another mid laner.
I don't think Hector would come. Well, actually, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Oh, he doesn't play Conquer? Okay.
I haven't seen him play Conca carry.
You can play Darkseer with Earth Spirit.
That's pretty good as well. Yeah, Darkseer
I like
give
it.
them some setup for their spells. Vacuum into the Conquer combo or the Bloodseeker silence.
Legion command.
LC.
Legion,
Yeah, solid.
just in
solid.
case Phoenix wasn't countered enough.
Yeah, hey, I mean, it's also a very good blind pick offlaner. You don't know the matchup,
Yeah.
just pick LC. Can't go wrong.
And Monkey is banned. Monkey and CK, that's the only 2 that
10 seconds
has
remaining.
a lane that you can really beat the Legion.
Ursa as well?
Yeah, I think Ursa is the
Yeah.
last one.
But then there's no point to your
Uh,
Phoenix at all.
Their draft is so bad with the Ursa. No stuns.
Yeah, it really is.
Reverse and Troll, right?
Mm.
I forgot those.
Oh,
yeah.
Ursa Troll. There we go.
I mean, they can do okay in the lane. I think the throw against LC overall, but they're gonna have a tough time with this draft. If they don't win their
Troll,
lanes, I don't know what they can do.
Troll is not good against Bloodseeker either in the carry to carry matchup because he just ruptured.
It's just for the lane, the lane dominance. Like you can do well against LC in the lane.
Yeah. Right. I think I know what you're gonna answer, but what side are you with, guys? Steedy?
Base Coast.
Yeah, Winter.
Obviously, Beast Coast.
So, do you think this is actually a good draft though from Beast Coast, like compared to last one where you didn't completely agree with some of their choices? Do you think this is a good draft by them?
I think so. Much better. It makes sense. There's a lot of logic behind their picks, how they are setting up everything. And maybe they knew what the opponents were going to pick anyway. That's why they picked their draft like this. I don't know. But everything is very solid.
You know what's interesting is in the 2 games we got to cast from them, the first game's draft is what, and then the second one goes and they actually do a really good draft. So I'm not sure if this is a trend, if they're memeing, if this is like them practicing picks. Who knows? But it's quite interesting that we've seen this trend for both. Last time for the first game they went the 5 melee draft, which is of course a favorite of Winters. He was really quick at praising it. Really enjoyed it. But we're gonna have to move over to our casters, see if they also enjoy the draft, and see if they can explain to us why Phoenix. SeekNStrike and Lacoste. Why Phoenix?
Thanks, Avo. Yeah, it's not quite 5 melees, but it is 4 melees into the Phoenix pick. And yeah, Lacoste, I didn't really see a whole lot of value in this Phoenix pick either, especially because it was 8th pick, which is generally when you want to get, your heavy hitters in there. You get 2 bans to protect it. I mean, what do you see into this draft? I'll yield the floor to you, as I know you probably have a lot to say.
I mean, Panel talked about how this is a terrible Phoenix game. I think it's horrible. I don't see Phoenix doing anything this game. Maybe laning stage wise, it will be okay with Troll plus Phoenix. It's a strong lane. Other than that, you're playing into 1, 2, 3, 4 silences. Like just silencer. Just playing silencer against Phoenix always feels good. Last word, dive. You go back, you're silenced. It's just, I don't know, an unplayable matchup on top of Earth Spirit being able to jump the back lines. You have Konka with the X mark. Phoenix is not going to have a good time. It's a position 5, so it's okay if your 5 is not having a good time. I'm looking more at this Brewmaster once again. Same build that Frank wants to go for. Not really impressed by Meteor Hammer Brewmaster, I gotta say. Yeah, he dropped the Meteor Hammer on position 5 for Clockwork near the tier 2 tower and used it a couple of times on a tower, but that's it. I feel like the itemization, they also have no stunts once again. They have like no reliable stun, maybe Meteor into Ether Remnant, which is hard to execute. You literally need to stand on top of someone and carry the carry matchup. Like you have Bloodseeker against Troll. It's just tough. You have also way of moving people with kick and X mark the spot. Legion Commander, like just press the attack on top of it against the egg and being able to dispel things. I gotta be good. I think this one's very easy for Biscoast. I'd call this 85 to 15.
Okay. Those are some strong numbers. I got to be honest, I completely agree with you, and especially because Schofield manages to snipe the courier of Minos, of Kotaro. You'll notice he actually still has the Coiling Blade and Tangos, but it had all the stats, so he's missing all of his stats now that would have been on the courier. So his last inning is going to be a little bit more difficult here than it already was. Yeah, I don't know, man. This game looks mighty difficult. So I even see Smiles kind of matchups here as well. Like you said, Torrent X, even the run buff is going to be super strong. Stinger's got a whole lot of purpose. Like I was just shocked, even in the first phase, that Lava decided to go with the exact same opener when the Silencer was still in the pool and Beast Coast had 4th pick. Like, of course they were going to go for it again. It worked so nice for them last game.
And look at Stinger bottom lane, talking about Silencer going ham. Glaives of Wisdom, managed to right-click him like 10 times, 11 actually. That's how much intelligence he has lost. Doesn't have enough mana to use the Thunderclap, basically.
Yeah, he's gonna have to use it, as there's the Thirst already coming into effect. Yeah, you cannot go lower than 100 mana on a hero, thankfully, for the Brewmaster, but we might get to see him go down to that floor relatively quickly, so he'll at least get the D ward here. That's going to allow Moose to be a little bit more aggressive. Something that I thought I really like that Astini pointed out, that I'm a little bit disappointed that Lava didn't look to fix, was that they gave Moose, again, one of these heroes that, yeah, he can move around the map, but he's not going to move around the map the same way that a Tusk would, or the same way that a Shaker would. Weaver moves around the map, but he doesn't move around with authority, right? There's a Weaver gank in the mid lane, mid laner can deal with it, right? Shaker or Tusk is ganking the mid lane, let's get those TPs going. I like Moose a lot more on those kinds of heroes.
Yeah, I gotta agree there. Also, I feel a lot of players can play position 4 Weaver, but most of the players can play heroes like Earth Spirit, Task, Clockworks really well. No, I'm not talking like most of the pro players. I'm talking about most of the like Dota players, because Weaver is an easy one, and yeah, you said Moose. Like, I mean, he plays those position 4, the rotating ones that threaten a bit more, like kill wise, and I prefer to see him on those heroes. But Weaver, strong hero. Oh, there's a reason why this hero's pretty much first phase every single time whenever it's available. Hard to kill, brings so much to the table. Bugs needs to be fixed. I'm not talking about like any kind of visual bugs or any kind of bugs, but the Swarm level 1 just deals too much damage, and also I don't think it should be 4 attacks to kill.
Yeah, that to me is the kind of the most ridiculous thing. There's nothing more sad than when you're playing like a lion or something and you go, well, I got bugs on me, guys. Guess I'm going to die. Not much I could really do about that. Well, let's look top lane for a while, shall we? Quataro, at the very least, right, on this troll, is getting in some CS. His courier is finally alive and has a big delivery for him, a full Wraith Band and some Iron Branches. So some much-needed stats here on the way. But the reason they were tipping Schofield is because he is just on the prowl for these couriers, man. He is denying all the deliveries. Let's see, he might... Oh, he got vision of it.
No roll, though. As
no roll.
Boulder Smash, so can't close the gap. Kotaro doing a very good job. Last hitting without any stats, just the Quelling Blade. Almost perfect.
Yep. I mean, I think that is why, of course, they last picked it, right? I think he'd been very disappointed if he was not getting any creeps in the lane, but doing a decent job of it so far. So he's going to be press the attack with the sampler build for the LC, 111. And just about everything here. And then into the phase boots for that armor.
That's how we play Dota.
Yeah.
You get each point of ability, see which one suits the best in the laning stage, and then you decide to max it out later on.
How to test, you know, it's like when you go to when you're doing some remodeling, right? You got to get all the paint strips and see which one you like the best.
Yeah, I mean, you're not buying a car without a test drive, right?
Exactly, right? You don't want to commit to a build and have them realize, oh no, this is not the right build. Usually that's a very fatal error. And speaking of fatal, they might dive for Frank down bottom. They're going to get him pretty darn low, and with only one salve on the Weaver, they're already making really good progress. In fact, Hector,
he's going
thinking about
in.
going for the dive. Yeah, there's going to be the Swarm on top of him. Frank lives on a hair of HP. I want to say thanks to this armor from the tower, as Hector, he's dying to the beetles, but he got the stick charge off. He's not going down today, not in a yellow submarine, nor to this regular bug. He will live for now.
Whew, surprised he didn't fully commit there and go for a kill, but the tower that you mentioned, the regen and the tower you get from tier 2 towers, did I say tower from the tower, or did I say armor from the tower? I feel like I said tower from the tower. But yeah.
You meant to say the power from the tower.
Yeah.
Yes, there's first blood on the Stinger.
Might even get K1. Is super low.
Okay, so beastcoast slightly misplaying this bottom lane, just a little bit.
He's going in. All right. Big bait. Baited by Hector.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cuts down the tree, but the tower's got him dead to rights. Wow.
This is perfect. He knew exactly where to stand and bait him. Fever goes in, tries to go for a hit. Well, there we go. A bit extra armor from the tower once again.
Top lane. Mini Echo Slam onto Kotaro. The overwhelming odds, level 2. Onto the creeps, and 2 heroes did a number to Kotaro, but he will live.
Living things die.
So looks like overwhelming odds is the build in this lane.
You do not want to max out the Moment of Courage. You're not trading with Troll. You can't get close. This is not a killer lane. One of the reasons why Earth Spirit is not playing the lane. He's manipulating the creep wave, leaving a lot of XP to Legion Commander. He can gank the bottom lane. I think he might TP bottom and just gank. Yeah, there he comes.
Yeah, this bot lane needs a little bit of assistance. I think even with 2-1 builds here on the Silencer, they're really struggling to actually outdamage Frank. They always get him low, but just not low enough. As Hector even is kind of losing this battle versus Moose. They're going to go in for this little dive. There's going to be the Ignite as well. Stick charges and a couple of CS, though. We'll top up K1 enough to such that he feels confident and maybe trying to chase down Moose, but that's a bait for sure. So, lane's looking a little bit more difficult for Beast Coast.
Silencer.
Roll mid.
Keeping bottom. Has tangos. Didn't bring an extra healing cell.
I think Schofield is dead.
Yeah,
here.
he's
gonna
super
try-
dead.
Yeah, wow. Okay, Leo Style gets the kill there. All right. Well, this lanes are not looking good at all. Mid lane is still fine for C-Smile. First Luck doing decently in the CS department as they will just deny the Weaver underneath the tier 2 tower. Stacks as well about to be scouted here by the Phoenix. Whisper's given some real chase here, but with Icarus dive, yeah, Phoenix will just go ahead and break his ankles and go the other way.
A bit of a different game for Silencer this time around. He's not the one putting in too much pressure. 2 deaths. Not a single point of intelligence stolen. I guess once they get to level 6, it's going to be easier. Brewmaster is level 4, but they also could need someone to stop the TP. Oh, you 3 bounty runes.
Oh, that's money. That's stonks right there.
Big stonks.
Schofield. Big stonks. Purpose for him to be... Oh, beastcoast, they got their voice lines in the game. That's probably what the update was in our last series. But, yeah, this is something that was also really awkward. Alpha brought this up when they first picked the Earth Spirit. If he was the first pick in this draft, and hold that thought, actually, because Leo Style is making his first rotation of the game. He's going to miss the 8th of Remnant, and the Blood Right's going to actually zone him out. Here come rotations back down bottom, though. Without Dissemblate, he's going to have to eat this boat, as Moose also wants a piece of it. There's going to be a second Dissemblate, though, as he goes back onto Actor. Another Astral Step here, but the Mark, not enough damage here to get through the Bloodseeker. Plenty of armor for him.
Leo Style had
Looks like it's
Arcane
just-
Rune, so that means that his spells are going to be available once again. Might try to stick around, see what happens.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, snipes a courier. That had boots on it for Stinger. lots of tips going on top lane. I must have missed something up here. There's a little... Go ahead and exchange a tip of the hat at each other. But, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this Earth Spirit pick, because it was first pick overall, and so far I haven't really seen such a big reason why it's been the first pick material. Maybe now we'll get to see it, as there's going to be Actor rotating mid lane. Dissemblate allows him to dodge the Bloodorite. They're going to kick him to try and get a little bit more damage in. 8th Remnant, though, prevents the auto attack damage. Still has the Resonant Pulse shield, as out comes the Torrent. Even with the Sunray heal, that's not going to be enough. Schofield is going to drop. See, Smile could just easily tank through a level 1 Sunray. He doesn't mind. And a little bit of tower damage. Is that really it? They just wanted to kick people after the rupture?
Seems like that's it. That's the combo. That's all they've been waiting for. Hector, no HP. Throughout the whole game, he's sitting at like 30% HP, getting constantly harassed, trying to get the HP back up. Didn't happen a single time, but maybe now.
Just a Phoenix dying. I think we should get used to that. As here's K1 getting in a little bit more damage. As once
he's
again
dead.
back down to a 3rd HP. Primal Split to isolate K1 as down he goes. I think this should be a really easy kill as well on a Stinger, especially without boots. They're going to hurl a boulder at him. How rude. And Leo Style seems poised to collect the kill. Kill goes to Frank eventually.
That's a good one. P.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's the reason we had such a long wait in between Beast Coast. They needed to add funds to their Steam wallet so they could buy their own supporter pack. Spam the lines.
It was worth it. I would wait the extra
Absolutely.
5 to 10 minutes so that everyone can get it.
Gotta have the voice lines in. Gives so much more personality to these games, doesn't it?
It really does. Silencer, what is he up to? Farming the small camp with your cane curse, living the dream.
Yeah, this is it. That's my life. I'm Silencer. I'm just trying to get my Tranquil Boots online. You know, an extra fluffy hat because it's getting cold with so many deaths he's been taking. Only 3, but just needs as much HP as he can get. He is not having as good as a game as last time. But, you know, it should be said, his spells are still super strong this game, right? Global Silence, very nice against 3 heroes. As, yes, Weaver will simply use Teleportation Scroll against Hector, his biggest weakness, especially without any stun nearby. Or an X, for that matter, which isn't really a stun.
That was
Would do
such a
the trick nonetheless.
Big play from Weaver. Goes in, steals the big creep from him, experience, and then TP's out, forces him to use Rupture.
Refuses to elaborate further. Whisper's level 8. and has a duel. No opportunity to use it top lane, as in fact he might be in a bit of trouble. Here comes the Torrent, which whiffs. Supernova as well is going to be used, and that'll scare back Beast Coast. As with these three heroes, they don't quite have the auto attacks to get through a Supernova Sun.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower
Fortify's
is
out,
under
so it
attack.
looks like Beast Coast, they want to try and keep this wagon alive. Smile can tank for it. It's got 71 HP remaining. Oh, and actually it's going to go down to the enemy wagon, as there's the jump out from Schofield. Vigorous dive is out, and the Phoenix is A-okay.
Gonna
With
go
boots, he's gonna
for
be more difficult.
silence. Nor the slow.
They're
Middle tower is under
also
attack.
going for Hector. No, they're just booting him out of the jungle. Moose is making a lot of
Dire's
space happen, or
structures are
I guess
fortified.
canceling the space. Because Hector can just not get any space to farm this game. He's always got this annoying bug in his jungle to deal with.
Radiant's bottom
Mid
tower
lane,
is
Leo
fortified.
Style gets an astral step out. And there's another rupture. This time around, there is someone to cancel the TP scroll, so they will be rewarded with a kill. This seems like a really aggressive play from Lava, but they're going to use the split. They have Leo Style connecting as well, as the Rolling Thunder is going to whiff. Global Silence is through, but not fast enough. They get out at least the Aether Remnant, but now they're looking to turn, and in trouble is Leo Style. He's going to have a Dissemblate ready to use, brought back by the X. Torrent did not connect, though, but he's on 70 HP with the Magnetize ticking him down. They have the kill, and I gotta question why they thought that was a good idea. That was so deep.
I don't know. Like, they also have a ward, which is gonna get devoted. I feel like they got surprised by, wow, they have a global silence and they will use it to stop their carry from dying. I just don't know what the plan was there, especially with like a bit preemptive ulti from
There's the
Brewmaster.
duel.
First duel.
Nice.
There we go.
Plus 10 damage onto the Phoenix, very little armor, and very little HP on the hero at the time. That should net them a second tier 1 tower despite the fortify. Schofield's got to be a little bit careful here, as he is going to be tanking a bit of damage out from the troll. Moose is going to try and be in position to block the rolling boulder, but was just far away enough. And I think Schofield lives
He's okay.
here.
He has raindrop and a silence. Weaver can't chase with Arcane Curse on. I mean, he can, but most likely gonna die. Overtime
well, it's gonna
damage
get him.
from Silencer and Earth Spirit ulti is gonna be gigantic before they get any kind of dispels.
True. Yeah, very good point. This damage over time was super, super annoying for these guys to deal with. And they did get the tier 1 tower, by the way, in the wake of that Earth Spirit making space. That's now both tier 1s down. A lot more space for Hector to continue farming around the map. As anyone comes up top lane now for Lava, East Coast simply TP heroes to the tier 1 tower, and they get a quick little kill or two, or maybe even 3, who knows. Schofield going in again. Had duel ready. No vision immediately available, though, for Moose. And Leo Style going for the first item, Mule Scepter, almost has that one online, Lacoste, so I think we're going to see him start to get a little bit more aggressive as soon as he has that staff of, what is it, Intelligence? Staff of Wizardry? Staff of Wizardry. He'll be moving around the map and getting these pickoffs.
It's a good way to cancel duel, get any kind of silence off of you. So I'm okay with that build. I think Yule Scepter into Aghanim Scepter to be able to silence people gotta be very good. Even like Kaya Sanj after that. Like, I think builds on Void Spirit, even if you like misplay or misbuild, it's still gotta be good.
Kill onto the Weaver. Like, kick his lifeless corpse up to the high ground. Yeah, Whisper and Beast Coast, they did scout. I thought they were going to end up going there for Leo Style, but they scouted a much easier kill. They went to guaranteed dual damage to get Whisper's game online, now up to 20, which is pretty big in the early game. And he's going to keep this ball rolling into the BKB next.
Considering
Some more dual kills.
he was not playing the top lane with anyone for a long time, was just getting the XP, getting the farm to get the Blink Dagger. He's doing fine. 20 damage. This is also infinite scaling lineup from Beast Coast. You have Legion Commander, Silencer, with 6 permanent intelligence stolen. It can go up higher, you know. If things go very, I'd say, chaotic, they can thrive in that.
Oh, here's a little bit more chaos. Another dual victory potentially here, but good control out from Leo Style. Global Silence is used because they want this kill, and they will get it. That's not another plus 10, at the very least. Global as well used for that out from Beast Coast. Oh, but Leo Style in some trouble, brought back. He has no Astral Steps. He's got no spells, and no chance to live either. As the boat will put him down in Davy Jones' locker. Stinger
Puka
has...
got surprised by... Oh, Stinger will bait a big spell. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. He might even live.
This would be pretty big for
He's
them.
okay.
He turns around, continuing to fight. He's gonna live. Press the attack. Heal is keeping him alive as he drops the spray. I believe that's BSJ in some sort of onesie. And now Frank on to his own high ground is gonna be left empty-handed here. He's just gonna go ahead and TP bottom because there's also a dive going on down here. Cancels his TP, however, realizing he cannot stop any of this.
What a play from Schofield. He was sitting on top of
Dire's bottom tower
EP
has been
and knew
radiantly
exactly when
fortified.
to fall back, scouting things out for Chris Luck. I don't think you're getting this kill unless Troll goes like mega madman mode.
Oh, Yule Scepter immediately used there.
Not the mode I was talking about. I meant, you know, couple of roots. Didn't mean for him to pop the ulti straight away.
Stinger is in some trouble, ticking down a little bit, but there's a rupture on a Frank. He doesn't have an ulti, doesn't have a TP, and Hector is going to look for the kill. Out comes at least the Supernovas. They're going to look to try and turn this. Stinger's going to go down, but Hector with the attack speed, he easily has his kill, and Frank is up next. I think Hector got that kill as well with a Maelstrom proc. In it in style, as Stinger's going to go ahead and drop a tip onto the Phoenix.
Radiant structures
Yep,
are
that's
fortified.
the most Phoenix can really do this game. He at least gets something with his ulti this time.
That was very impressive. I mean, it's a hard Phoenix game. Like we discussed about it, panel talked about it, and not much he can do. Level 7. I guess he needs that. There is no hero that can protect the egg. I guess their best thing is Cyclone from Brewmaster, Remnant, and Yule Scepter. And I'm pretty sure Yule Scepter is not gonna be used that aggressively. He also wants to be able to dispel any silences, so pretty hard one for Phoenix. Also playing into Legion Commander, the press the attack speed is pretty good.
Yep. Other than just the dispel it provides, right? Is yeah, very punishing game for Phoenix. So whatever he can get out of his ultimates, I think, should be commended, because you have to put a lot of context into how hard his game is. Smoke play now from Beast Coast as they might sweep into the enemy jungle. And Vector farming pretty aggressively. He's underneath a ward as well, so Lava see him. But if they can kill him is an entirely different question. Frank is thinking about it. This seems, again, pretty far and pretty hopeful at getting this kill, especially with the smoke incoming. Of course, they don't know that, but they soon will, as smoke will break. Whisper looking for the duel, and he's going to have a very easy one. They commit Rupture, Global, Boat. Just about everything is they throw the
Look at
kitchen sink
Phoenix.
after that Bruce dead body. Phoenix, he can do nothing. He can do literally nothing. He's just dead.
First, last word, then he tries to come back. X mark the spot is there, and the global silence. It's just literally impossible to look good on Phoenix this game. I feel bad for him.
I do too. It's a very difficult Phoenix game. Even his heals are bound to be interrupted by something with so many silences, so many heroes to just jump you immediately. It is not an easy Phoenix game. I mean, he's at least tanking last word, but if Stinger decides this game is as good as the last one, he's going to go for Ag Scepter, and then he doesn't mind throwing out last words because it'll be AoE. Oh,
One
tough
thing
game.
that Chinese players do from previous season 1 and 2 that I noticed when they're playing into Nyx Assassin, they get BKB first item. Like Tranquil Boots want BKB if they can farm it.
Look at this control. I mean, I haven't seen a Void Spirit ever be locked down that much. But Beast Coast, they just encircle him and they don't let him move. Yule Scepter, Dissemblate, Torrent, Axe, he could not go anywhere. There's no escape for anyone for Lava.
Dire's courier
Oh, Whisper going hand on Brewmaster. Let's see if he... Like, he's alone there. He's actually pretending that he has some kind of backup, and Frank just goes back.
Well, now the backup's here. The boat is going to completely whiff, but they're going to
And
hit him with the
Torrent.
duel anyway. So does Torrent, but that's okay. They're just zoning spells, but so far the duel's not going to get off, and he can be active for C Smile as he's going to have to just smile through the pain of missing those spells.
Smile,
He's
you're
forced
on
back.
candid camera. I don't know, this was... I guess if he wanted to start with X mark the spot, it would be much better. Pretty standard stuff, but maybe they lost the vision, wasn't really paying too much attention. I'm like, yeah, I see the boat without any spells, just pretending that it's gonna hit. Didn't happen, but okay.
It's like confidence. Like, you have to act like you belong, and enemies will just walk into the
Radiant's
spells, you know?
bottom tower is under attack.
Like, yeah, this boat will hit you. Just walk into it. And Frankie, he saw through that scheme. He wasn't falling for that one.
Yeah, it was instinct. First thing you see if boat is coming towards you, you move to a side.
Yeah. kind of hard. Big projectile, a big splash range, and you know who doesn't like boats, right? You always want to get a closer look at it. Frank, he resisted. It's like a siren. I always want to listen to the siren song, but you shouldn't this game, as there's global. It's going to prevent an 8th Remnant from coming through. Schofield even looking to turn. There's no TPs coming from Beast Coast, so he just throws out a Magnetize and he's going to back away. But nothing really much Lava could do either than just walk around a couple of times and absorb this Magnetize. Top lane, see Smile pushing completely alone. He's just going to BKB.
I just don't see any value you get from this Meteor Hammer. Especially in this game. You don't have any spells to combine it with, which means you're not gonna be using it in a fight. It's almost impossible to execute.
Yeah, plus with the amount of silences and lockdowns and duels that they have on this East Coast lineup, it doesn't seem like this is such a great game for a hero as, you know, fragile, quote unquote, as a Beastmaster can be, meaning that he needs to get up his ulti. Doesn't really seem like that great of a game for him to, I don't know, stand still and channel something for 2 seconds. It's I don't know. I saw more use for it last game than this game, but I gotta agree with you still. It's a weird one. Here's another smoke, by the way, from Beast Coast. Oh, another duel, and this is just going to be a basically a
Roche.
solo kill.
I think you go inside the Roche pit and probably try to get it. We'll see. But it's not being pinged out. They want a higher target. If they get something that could use like any kind of big cooldown, I think they would go inside the pit. I mean, they could still go in, maybe waiting for global silence for another 40 seconds, just to be sure to have. We didn't talk about Troll Warlord. He's been farming. He's been farming silently. 0-0-0. Not a team player, but more of a PvE, standard carry performance. Has BKB, has Battle Fury, and also bringing, I believe, is Yasha. Yeah, it's full Yasha.
Oh, nice catch there, but the X marks is going to be for the easy kill as Schofield rolls on through, trying to catch one. Has at least delayed Leo style, forcing out the Yule Scepter and other the remnants. That's going to be now 80 damage for Whisper. He's up to. Not bad at all, Whisper, I agree. East Coast, I think they're really feeling themselves in this game, though. Lots of voice lines, lots of sprays, lots of just kind of willy-nilly map movements, it feels like. See, Smile has just been pushing top all by himself. Just casually uses a BKB. He doesn't really care. That was his 8-second BKB he used. Didn't really matter.
No
Down goes
biggie.
Roche.
Not a big issue there. Do you think Troll can end this game with 0-0-0?
I don't think so, only because this is not the Arteezy still farming kind of hero, you know? This is the hero that you throw yourself in to maybe buy some space for your team with Battle Trends, right? Like, AM, he just simply needs items, and Troll, he's going to need a lot of items this game as well. But, like, there's a glimmer of a hope in a reflection in a mirror down the hall that Troll can do something in these team fights with, like, a lucky root. Whereas for a hero like an AM, like, there's just no hope at all there.
Oh, let's see. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the involvement. Their global's still available.
Looks like Beast Coast are going to force this fight with the global silence. He's going to use BKB. He's looking to run, but doesn't have TP Lacoste, so he still could take that death as the rest of Beast Coast have scattered Lava to the wind. There's the ulti active with the BKB, and he's getting through Stinger here. Has finally gotten a kill, but he's going to be dueled and very likely killed here, as there's going to be 100 damage now for the LC. So, you know, not the perfect carry game of 0-0-0, but he does at least get a kill before he dies.
He got the kill. Good trade-off. Position 5 for carry. It's a rough one. I don't think he has a hero to like play with. That like maybe a Void Spirit. Aghanim Scepter done on Brewmaster. Still yet to see good usage of the Meteor.
Very true. I mean, I guess it helps him farm the eggs. I think Frank kind of struggles this game to go, what's my transition item? Drums? That's a dead item. Urn is not a bad one, but of course with a Weaver, he's got to build that, because what else does Weaver build before eggs? It just feels awkward, right? You're talking about how the Troll doesn't feel like he has anyone to play with. It doesn't
Oh,
really
dual
feel like the
cast
team
range.
plays well at all together. There they go. Their duel's not going to get the kill onto Leo style, but the follow-up damage is certainly enough. They get through the egg very easily, as Hector will run up with 1,000 move speed and get himself that last double kill onto Moose.
Surprise, Hector decided to use BKB there, considering he still has Aegis, but They're not messing around. Kunkka, massive, 15,000 net worth. Silver Edge, BKB, Armlet, level 21. It's just, they might try to end the game here, even without Global Silence. Let's see what they can make out of this.
Yep, at least probably a full bottom set of barracks. Troll is, again, pushing middle, because without the rest of his team, he's very little he can do except just get kited around and die. Down go the barracks. They'll slow these ever so slightly with the Fire Spirits kind of just lingering in, but not much they can do. Chrislock's just going to TP away right in front of their faces. And beastcoast are basically out of here. Lava, they're desperate for something, though. And, well, if it's something they want, it's something they'll get. See Smile, keep an eye on him. He's just put a DD rune into his bottle. And it looks like, I say, another fight is breaking out. They've got good control onto the Brewmaster. Silence up. He's been dueled as well. In comes C Smile. Look for a big old crit onto him. Down he goes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. On over to Stinger as he gets another duel victory. Chris Luck actually, or C Smile in trouble. The
He's
bump up keeping
toggling
him alive, as well as this Armlet toggling. They're diving tier 3 towers. They don't have the tier 2, as C Smile picks up the cleave kill onto Leo style. Okay. Schofield was looking to go for more, as Whisper is just going to walk into the Aether Remnant. Another boulder smashed, but no bug killed. And, well, I think Beast Coast are just going to probably keep pushing, to be honest. I don't see much holding them back.
X marks the spot on Bloodseeker. He comes back, uses Clarity, heals back fully, level 20.
He still has a minute on this Aegis. I was about to say, was that really necessary? His Aegis is about to expire, isn't it? Nope. Another minute. That's another fight here at this rate.
He will X-mark himself right now with the bottle. Should be full HP. They have pressed the attack as well. Brewmaster split.
What can they do for it, though? As they're looking for
He
the
almost
D-ward.
he kills Brewlings with one.
Oh, no.
crit,
Oh, he
pretty
kills.
much.
He kills even the regular Brewling. There's the second one out now. As they're holding on to just about everything. Supernova, there goes the Rupture. It's going to be onto the Weaver. Potato now joining the fray as Silence up and in trouble as the Void Spirit uses the Yules to dodge the boat. As there's going to be the egg. Hector is hungry, though. He's going to have that one for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So Phoenix is to buy back. Oh, no, but the Tool is going to immediately chew through Leo style. East Coast, they've lost 2, though. They lost C Smile. And Schofield is going to get another roll away. Weaver still live a bit longer here, thanks to the time lapse. Potato continuing to give chase. Into the trees he will go. Another rolling boulder is going to get him out of harm's way.
Doesn't even use the stone.
No.
Gets
Oh my
kicked.
goodness, he kicks him back.
Mid-roll.
Oh, look at this. And he's going to roll. What are you doing? Wait. Yeah, okay. That I think, was that a little bit too cute for his own good? He's got another one, another boulder. This time he's going to roll away. The auto attacks hit him, and this time he will die.
He was just toying with them. Made with his life, that's okay. Who bought back? It was Phoenix who bought back. How's our boy Phoenix doing? 1, 9, and 2. Better than I expected, I'd say.
It's kind of where I expected him to be at this stage. I mean, buying back on a Phoenix just never feels good, does it? Especially after you get killed during Supernova, because you just don't have any spells for 30 seconds. But what else does he have to lose this game? At least he gets to use another trusty shovel. He's collecting all these salves. Traveling salves. He's like the guy, you know, oh, he just dies real quick. The Whisper, he just duels him. I looked away for a second. I blinked and he died. His Whisper is now up to 190 damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Goodness.
Next Roche may respawn in 2 minutes. I don't know if they want to go in and end the game, if they want to take this one slowly. That's the suggestion. But knowing Beast Coast, they might go in and try to end the game right now.
Yeah, a lot of times for them, it's about sending a message. You're up 21k. You got a game to lose, you know. Might as well just dive some tier 4 towers, right? When else will you get the opportunity versus Lava? You only play them once a season, right? Got to squash some hopes here. As this is going to be Lava, I think, falling to 1 and 2, is it? Or is 0 and 2? This would be their second loss.
0 and
that this
2,
game
yeah.
is going. Yeah, 0 and 2 is going to put them squarely in the bottom 2 here alongside Hokori. Oh, careful here, Whisper. Maybe I should be saying careful the Leo style, though, to be honest. With 190 bonus damage, Whisper hits pretty hard in these duels.
Step lively now.
He'll go for a hit. Yeah.
Smile, kicking this one off. As They've got control. Onto Quintado. They might just duel him, and he's dead. Global Silence prevents literally anyone from doing, well, literally anything. As Moose is going to follow. He's got buyback, but whether or not he'll be able to use it is an entirely different question. Phoenix being chased down, brought back by the X-Mark. There just is no running for this Phoenix, unfortunately, as he will tumble for the 10th time this game. Leo Style trying to hide in the trees, use the Dissimulates, and here's Whisper right on top of that little portal. They're going to chase him all the way around. There's another duel in 20 seconds. Oh, they turn him to stone. Okay, Schofield has Ags.
They're having so much fun. Even if this troll was super farmed, once Earth Spirit gets Yule Scepter plus Aghanim Scepter, I mean, it gets really hard to play Dota, pretty much. You know, you get kited. Troll could potentially need a rework. His ulti is pretty bad. That you can control yourself.
Yeah, it is not very good. As I think Hector's doing his Bloodseeker challenge where he needs to destroy barracks and do building damage, so he's going to go ahead and do that, while the rest of the team continues to spray around the tier 4 towers. And maybe go for a little bit of a fountain dive as they search in the trees there for Moose. You use the time lapse, but this one is all but over. Oh my goodness, that poor Phoenix. Oh, that poor Phoenix. He just got cleaved in the fountain. Couldn't do a darn thing about that one. They're going to throw themselves at Beast Coast one final time here. The duel, though, finds Moose. He gets 5-shot in that duel. See Smile continuing to just tank through everything. Even threatens to kill the Brewlings. Kick back into the silence. A play of beauty here from Schofield. He's going to turn himself into stone and live. As Hector says, porfa. GG, well played is called. Beast Coast, they take the 2-0, victory. Whew. I didn't actually get to see what he said before then. There was a previous message, but I didn't catch it, so...
There was a lot of spamming. I didn't notice that they said anything. They were having so much fun with their newly implemented voice lines. But yeah, great performance from Beast Coast. Lava kind of counterpicking themselves, I would say, trying to... I don't know if this is some kind of challenge, but... You're playing DPC upper division. I guess you want to give your best. Panel talked about how they, maybe this is their best strat. Maybe this is something that they prepared and it's not working out. But they definitely don't look like a team that will go to the major, at least this tour/season. But Beast Coast looking as a classic Beast Coast, moving around the map, like K1 farming, rotation-wise, everything looks very crisp, but, a couple of mistakes here and there, but that's just how they play Dota. They want to have fun.
That is... Yeah, and they definitely had a lot more fun in Game 2 than Game 1. Game 1 a little bit more closely contested. But that's going to do it for me and you, Lacoste, as Beast Coast has finished out this series, and we finished casting them as well. We're going to throw it back to Avo Plus and the panel for them to break down the series just a little bit more for you guys. Over to you.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to the panel. I don't think anyone in here is surprised about the result. There were some moments that were almost funny because I remember there was one fight towards the end of the game where you see the supernova and it almost went off. It was actually so close, and Hector almost like an afterthought comes in and goes, "Oh, I'm gonna kill this egg," and boom, 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 easy. Bye. Why did you pick this? I don't know. The whole game, there were some moments where Lava looked like they had kind of a chance, but to be honest, it was kind of Beast Coast's favorite the whole time. Maybe it was the early game. I don't know. It was not a very good game for Lava. I kind of have to agree with Lacoste that Lava is not looking like the team that might be going to a major or even get those top 2 slots. It's looking pretty rough for them, especially after losing against King of Kings. How do they come back from this, Astini? What is it?
First step is to fix the draft, because I really feel like they outdrafted themselves because they had the second pick, so they could answer to what they see on Beast Coast side, but they would always pick a hero that's bad against Beast Coast heroes, so they definitely should start with the draft. That's the first very step.
What
about you, Winter?
If you have second pick and it feels like when you're approaching the last pick and you don't have much to pick, it shows that your first 4 picks have a very, very major issue.
Yeah, I think that's fair. What did you like about the Beast Coast games? Did you think that this was much more consistent than we saw them against King of Kings?
Yeah, definitely. They drafted, I think, a lot better. They were playing Dota more cleanly. But I feel like this game is also for their opponents. They might have been some mental issues from the previous game, because I felt like previous game they were doing much better, and possibly because some of their preparation work didn't go so well, and they didn't really adapt towards this silencer being picked early, and they just kept on going with what they wanted to pick, and it actually didn't work out. And like Astini mentioned, they kind of drafted themselves into a corner, and everything just went downhill from there.
Right. We are preparing right now an interview, by the way, guys, with the winners, with Beast Coast. We managed to snag this one. Ideally, we're gonna have to do these. We're going to do these more consistently as time goes on. But for now, we managed to snag one with Beast Coast because they were so gracious as to offer it, which was very nice of them. And hopefully, for the second part of the season, we'll have it as well. It's a Whisper that's gonna be here on the interview. Just tell me when the interview is ready, producer, and we can swap to him as well and ask him a couple of questions. Yes? Cool. Good. Oh, it's ready? Fantastic. Can we stop to the interview then? We can ask Whisper some questions? Great, fantastic. Hola, Whisper, ¿me escuchas?
Sí, estoy, sí.
Vale. ¿Qué tal, Whisper? Voy a hablar en inglés, obviamente, para las preguntas y luego te traduzco a ti, ¿de acuerdo? Y ya te voy traduciendo las respuestas.
Sí,
¿Cómo
sí.
va? Vale. Gracias, Whisper. Gracias por la entrevista, por cierto. Un placer.
Fine.
All right, so we have Whisper here. I just said the basic thing, when trying to answer the questions. So just gonna ask him a couple of questions. If you guys have any in the chat, of course, in the audience, do feel free to suggest them. But we're gonna start by asking him just how he feels with the new Beast Coast performance. How he's feeling with this DPC league. The basic control question. Whisper, ¿cómo estáis sintiendo como equipo? ¿Cómo sentís esta liga? ¿Os va bien el formato online de nuevo o estáis un poco cansados de este formato?
No, está bien, todo normal. Me alegro que nos esté yendo bien, ¿no? Hemos estado practicando y bueno, me alegra que los resultados sean buenos para nosotros, ¿no?
They've been practicing and they're happy the results are going well for themselves and they're feeling quite good. They're feeling quite good. La última vez que os vimos, las ligas fueron pues arriba abajo, o sea, cada un top, pero especialmente al principio la DPC costó un poco acostumbrarse. Esta vez ya os vemos yendo con todos desde el principio, particularmente ahora contra Lava. ¿Habéis sentido como que se ha adaptado más rápido esta vez?
Sí, no, creo que nos sentimos más cómodos que en la anterior season, creo, esta vez. Nos sentimos más tranquilos, ¿no? Como dicen, sin presiones, ¿no?
They said there's no pressure. They're much more chill this season, and they've adapted much quicker, so they feel quite comfortable. ¿Puedo preguntar de la partida, Whisper?
Sí, normal.
Quiero saber, ¿qué pensasteis cuando piquearon ese Fénix contra vuestro draft?
Me pareció, o sea, no me pareció bueno que lo piquearan ahí. Yo pensé que iban a sacar Fadeless Void. Si sacaban el Fadeless Void, probablemente nosotros no nos íbamos a acordar del Fénix, que es un combo que usan mucho ellos. Yo creo que estaba bien, pero no estaba en la casilla correcta, creo, ¿no?
Whisper gives us some interesting insight on the Phoenix pick. He says, they actually play the Phoenix and the Faceless Void a lot as a combo they play very often, but usually what they should have done, according to him, is pick the Faceless Void and they probably would have forgotten about the Phoenix. But by picking the Phoenix first, it was pretty obvious to ban the Faceless Void, and then it was really difficult to cover the Phoenix. Mi panel Whisper está hablando sobre vuestro pick de Silencer contra Lava las dos veces. Es un pick que se ve a veces, ya sé que ustedes lo juegan bastante, pero es un pick que tenían particularmente contra Lava por su estilo de teamfight, por la manera que juegan como los picks como Fénix, porque contrastaba mucho el estilo de Lava en estos casos. ¿O fue más una idea que tenían ya de antemano contra cualquier equipo?
Simplemente como que tenemos héroes para abrir y demás, ¿no? Es simplemente uno de esos héroes, ¿no? Que nos parecen buenos que controlan algunos equipos, sí es muy bueno, porque hay muchos equipos que juegan mucho a teamfight y bueno, de entrada bien, ¿no?
He says it's one of the opening picks. It's honestly a pick they use against any team that uses teamfight, and that's why they would like to. That's why they open with it. It's not particularly for Lava itself or something they saw in scripts. Tranquilo, Wizard, pronto te voy a dejar dormir. Gracias por esta entrevista. Te quería preguntar finalmente. ¿Cómo están las vibras para esta siguiente Major? ¿Os hace ilusión la posibilidad de viajar de nuevo? ¿O os emociona esta competición internacional?
Sí, todos están muy ansiosos, ¿no? Por volver a viajar. Creo que creo que una de las mejores cosas de los torneos y demás es el viaje, ¿no? Que conoces otro lugar, tienes otro aire nuevo, ves a todos los jugadores de nuevo, juegas a la par con todos los jugadores, bueno, con todos los equipos en general, ¿no? Buenos.
Ujú.
Sí, todos están muy ansiosos, esperamos que podamos dar lo mejor, ¿no? Si es que logramos viajar, claro.
Claro. He's very excited for the possibility of traveling. They're all looking forward to the potential traveling to a major, and they're all looking forward, particularly for the travel part, because a nice change in airs and a nice change in the routine, per se, as he says. It gives you a lot of excitement. Dentro de esta pregunta, ¿cómo os resultó volver a Perú? ¿Echabais de menos? O sea, porque llevabais mucho tiempo fuera cuando estaban practicando para el TI. ¿Echabais de menos, bueno, para ti, Bolivia, obviamente? ¿Echabais de menos la casa o había añoranza ya después de casi un mes y medio fuera?
Sí, no, la comida en especial es muy diferente aquí y allá, como que era muy distinta, ¿no? Sí, pues extrañé un montón. De ahí yo me fui a mi casa, ¿no? En Bolivia. Volví después de un año también, creo. Y era, está bien, ¿no? Sí, se han extrañado muchas cosas, pero de acá. En especial la comida, creo que es lo más importante.
¿Qué hiciste en casa cuando estabas de descanso?
Jugar Dota.
Claro que sí. Vale. So he says that after we went to TI, they were off for a month and a half. You guys don't know. And he says that the thing they missed the most was the food, particularly. He went back to Bolivia, and I asked him, so what did you do when you went back home? And he said, I played Dota. Of course. That's if you ever watch the Beast Coast video, all Whisper says he does is he sleeps and he plays Dota. Those are his two favorite activities. Bueno, Whisper, muchas gracias por tu tiempo, amigo. Mi última pregunta es, si viaja a la Major, ¿me invitan también a mí de extra? ¿Puedo ir en el maletín? ¿O sí, puedo? Prometo daros... haré de payaso si quieren. Lo hago gratis, amigo.
Eso es para ti, normal, sí.
Es broma, amigo. Mucha suerte la semana que viene, Whisper. Espero que hayáis disfrutado mucho de las partidas y os deseamos suerte con vuestro siguiente encuentro. Adiós. Un placer.
Dale, nos vemos.
He committed live on air to take me to the next major. So, you know, it's done. It's he fucked up there, you know. So there you go. They said they would hire me as their clown, and they're keeping true to that promise. Anyway, so after you saw that little interview, I thought the Phoenix insight was actually quite interesting. I usually don't ask Whisper about the draft because he's not the one that drafts. I know it's Hector and Stinger, but the Whisper insight, the Phoenix insight was quite interesting, right? The idea that if they had picked Void, it's possible they would have forgotten about the Phoenix, and that actually would have been an okay draft because they would have covered the Phoenix nicely. But by picking Phoenix first, it was like a huge mess up, and it looked much worse in the draft. Like small mistakes, but very big impact in the end. So I thought that was fascinating. My 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show to you that within like those regional leagues, there's a lot of like results happening, and that's affected a lot by because how well one team understands the other team, and it's just pretty unlucky sometimes that you figure that you're gonna do this strat, but you forgot maybe in some scrim 1-2 weeks ago you actually did that against them, and you just totally mess up the draft. But it actually makes a lot of sense that if you want to go for that combo, you need the Void first. And if you don't have Phoenix, there's probably something else to replace it with, like maybe a ET, for example.
Yep. Astini, I'm going to ask you, well, both of you as well. Closing thoughts, not for the series in general, but I guess for both of the teams. Astini, I want to hear from you. You're currently coaching an SA team who's also in a bit of a struggling spot. No hate to Hokori, I actually love that team. What do you think if Lava had a coach? What would they tell them? What is it they need to hear right now so they can pep back up?
I believe it's most on the mental part that they should keep up, go back to the old confident play style that they had before. Just like reset, forget everything that happened on the last 6 months and get a new beginning. I guess that's what they need.
Okay. Winter.
Yeah, I agree.
Beast Coast.
Yeah,
I'm not asking you that same question. I wouldn't give you the same question. That's easy.
Good,
he already
good.
heard the answer, Winter.
Good,
I want to
come
hear.
on.
I want to hear for Beast Coast. You want to keep this win streak going, but you don't want them to sleep on their success, right? You don't want them to just coast like they've done. Actually, honestly, previous DPCs. How do you keep them in the game, Mr. Coach? What do you do?
I feel like the main thing for them is to make sure that they don't get complacent, because when you're leagues above everyone else in your region, sometimes it tends to make the players complacent. Oh, we're really good, we don't really have to improve on much. But it happens, and the coach has to keep everyone in check. You need to make sure that doing well in the regional leagues doesn't mean that when we go out to the big events and we play against those big boys, we're gonna have the same kind of result. We still have to strive to improve everything: the draft, the team play, and for them, I feel like the way they use the map and the way they work with each other, that's their biggest strength. And I think to get to another level, they have to try to develop maybe more heroes and maybe try to improve on their drafting a little bit more, because I feel like those small things, could change a lot when you're playing against the big boys.
Okay. Thank you, Coach Winter. Thank you, Astini, as well. I'm excited to watch Corey again, by the way, Astini. I hope this next one is a win. We're going to have to see, though, because for today, we have to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed the panel and the cast as well for Beast Coast versus Lava. It was an exciting matchup, but Beast Coast just a little bit ahead. Let's see if Lava can recover a bit later. We won't be back tomorrow. I'm sorry, I lied about that. We're actually back the day afterwards. And the best way for you to know, instead of trying to keep up with schedules and time, what even is that? It's a concept. Just follow the channel. You get a notification. It's easy. We tell you exactly when SA is on live, and you get to watch this exclusive content like these interviews, which again you won't find any other English channel because I'm the only one who can speak Spanish. I have monopolized that spot, so I guarantee you those interviews are exclusive from here. And you'll also be able to find the English coverage of the official DPC leagues, of course, helped out by 4D, organized by them, and in this case, the cast is organized by Epulze Gaming. We hope you've enjoyed this. We hope you enjoyed the matches and that you've had a wonderful day. Well, guys, we'll see you the day after. Tomorrow, there are some Div 2, though, so please do tune in. See you guys then.